I forgot to mention in that last video that I'm doing all of these mostly for myself to make Balm of Gilead with, but in the process of making this, I looked up the prices and people sell these, and I figure not only could I make some money at it, but I figured there's people that are looking for this. These buds are organic because they're wild grown. They're not certified organic, but they're organic because nobody can get to these trees to spray them with any kind of chemical. But anyhow, so I will be selling these on my Etsy. You can look up my Etsy account under Treetown CC. The for sale cost that I've found on Amazon and other places was about $12 an ounce, which I think is kind of high. And the lowest I found was about $4 an ounce, but then that's kind of low. So I'm going to cut it right in the middle, or as middle as my bad math can get me, at $8. I think that's right in the middle. Anyhow, so I will be selling these at $8 an ounce, and I wouldn't imagine that the shipping cost will be very much per ounce, like if you just buy 1 ounce. So, but if you're buying, what is this? This is like 32 ounces. That's the milliliter side. So this goes up to 24 marked, but they're quart jars. So, but like I could straight up sell a whole jar of these, and that's a lot of time. That's about a couple hours worth of picking, but you get what you get. Well, you'll get what I sell, at least. But anyhow, this is the quality of the product. It's getting the sap all over the inside of this container. Most of that bottom is just the resin that's stuck on there. But anyhow, so I'll be selling this, and you can buy it there. I'm not sure if I should dry them out first to sell them. Like, I'll probably just put them in little baggies like this, selling them by maybe a couple ounces per bag. But anyhow, I've already got one customer lined up because she makes Balm of Gilead and she doesn't have the ability to go out and pick them herself. She does have some cottonwood trees on her property, but they don't produce as much because they're like 100-year-old trees, and all of their green buds are about 100 feet in the air. So yeah, that happens. So she gets to buy them from me, and I'm taking her blank sticks too, but I won't be selling sticks. I'll be selling the pre-picked buds. So anyhow, if you're interested, go over to my Etsy. You can also peruse through the other products that I sell, which at the moment, there's only 2 products on there. There is the cottonwood bark, so if you're a carver, you can buy the cottonwood bark, or you can buy one of my, I think what I have on there is my Chapman moose. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a moose. If it's not a moose, it's a bear. But I make all sorts of sizes of carvings, and my smallest is called a Chapman size. It's about the same size as this jar, 8 inches tall. Anyhow, and yeah, you can buy one of those if you so desire. I've been telling myself I need to put my other small carvings on there too. I've been telling myself that for a while and haven't gotten around to it. I need to just buckle down and get it done. I also need to get more of those small carvings done and just set aside to specifically to ship out, just so that I'm not having to make them to order, so that I have them already done. But anyhow, that's what I got going. Yeah, so if you're in the mood to make some Balm of Gilead yourself, hit up my Etsy, and I will be happy to sell you some of this stuff. Oh, where did I put that at? I wanted to go over the sizes, but I have so much crap in my truck. I don't know where they went. Well, maybe I can't. Yeah. Can I pause this? Yeah. Okay, so I found them. Anyhow, this is a baggie of the different sizes that I've found. Trying to get this light to work out. Or lighting to work out, I should say. So, this is the biggest buds that you can probably find at this time. And these ones are almost too late in the season. So, but because they're so big, they're full of sap, which means that they're prime picking. Then next smallest is probably the best size to get, and that's the one right at the tip of my finger. Sorry about video quality, but I'm shooting this on my phone. So, and then this one, the darker colored one there, that one is still good quality size, still lots of resin in there. But what is making the most mess out of my hands is these super small ones. And that's because they are on these twigs, and you can't break them off, not easily. So you have to take your fingernail, and this is the only nail that I have that's somewhat long. It's got nastiness under it, but it's all from this. And you just... stupid lighting. You just take it, and you just pinch, and it comes right off. So, but anyhow, so that is that. The best one is... sorry, is this one in the middle. This one right here. This one's alright, but it's getting towards the end of its picking stage, Once it gets just like a week later from, or even a couple of days later from this stage, it starts to produce the cotton. And I've split one that's just a little bit bigger than this and open, and it had cotton growing in it already. But anyhow, the most of what I've gotten so far is the small stuff, because I am straight up cutting down these trees. And the better buds grow on mature trees, and I'm not cutting down mature trees. A mature tree is over like 10 years old. But these little buds, they grow on these young trees. In fact, this tree is probably only a couple years, or maybe even just a year of growth right here. And anyhow, I'm taking them at about 5 years of age, I'd say. So they're about yay big around at the base, which is what I bought this nice fold-out Fiskars saw for. There we go. So, anyhow, I cut down a couple that were yay big around today to take to the customer that's going to buy some buds from me. But anyhow, she's she's a friend of mine, so she gets things for free, which means she'll just take the sticks and pick the buds off herself, you know. I don't care to charge her for that. All I'm doing is bringing the trees to her. But just so you know, I'm not harvesting these small trees willy-nilly. I'm taking them with permission from an area that they need to be cut down anyways. So all I did is I went to the landowner, or the people that manage the land, and I said, hey, these trees are in this area and you need to have them cut down, and I was wondering if I can cut them down for you and just take the buds. And they said I could, as long as I take the sticks elsewhere too. So I'm disposing of those as I'm going through them. But anyhow, so they are what you would call a nuisance tree. Cottonwoods aren't very welcomed around here because of the cotton that they produce. It gives you the theme of snow in July, and a lot of people don't like that about cottonwoods. I think that they're beautiful trees. I even like the cotton, but I'm weird. So anyhow, if you're going out picking and you're doing it yourself, you know, first off, make sure you know your trees, and whether that's a Google search. Google is really good for a lot of things, and thankfully this is one of those things. You can find out pictures of cottonwoods and poplars. Cottonwoods and poplars are what I'm picking here, which they're in the willow family, which I've just recently learned that myself, so I'm not terribly showing off. But they're in the willow family, which is why it's medicinal, is because willows are medicinal. In fact, I'm pretty sure I've gone over it already in my foraging wild edibles, winter wild edibles, that is. And willow bark is good for, well, it's, I'm saying this backwards, sorry. The chemical compound used in aspirin is derived from willow bark, and that same chemical is found in the cottonwood buds, and that's why the cottonwood buds are used to make a salve, and that salve, balm of Gilead, is good for soothing sore joints. It's good for arthritis and all sorts of things because of the same chemical that's in willow bark that's in aspirin. So, yeah. Sorry, that was kind of a rant. I didn't mean to. But anyhow, that's all for now. If you want to buy some, head over to my Etsy, and hopefully I'll have it posted over there as soon as I upload this video. And being that this video is almost 15 minutes long, it'll take me a couple of days to get this video just loaded. So anyhow, that's all for now. Thanks for looking. God bless.